Glazing never stops. I don't see what here costs $40. He also put the $sign in the wrong place. And I replied, look, man, I don't really care if you buy this expansion or not. And I don't. So many people are like, oh, it's not worth $40. It's not worth we're getting more free content than ever. Just play the free content. Or don't play Destiny. I am not your mom. I'm probably not your dad. I'm definitely not your uncle. And honestly, I don't give a at all, okay? Don't play the game. Only play the free stuff. Buy the expansion. I just don't care. But I do want to do a thought experiment here. If this DLC is not worth $40, what made Witch Queen worth $40? Because if you list, I want lists in chat. I want lists in chat of what made Witch Queen worth $40 to you. Because if you list out what the actual paid content was in Witch Queen, it's not that much different than what we're getting. In that price mostly covers the campaign, which, having seen the breakdown of the Edge of Fate campaign, it is similar size or longer than the Witch Queen campaign. You get the destination. Having played on Kepler and seen the map of Kepler, it is a similar size, if not bigger, than the Throne World. You get the raid. Well, hey, we actually get a raid. Fun fact, with Edge of Fate, we get a raid. We also get the epic version of the raid, which might have extra mechanics, an extra encounter, extra loot. We don't really know yet. They confirmed today that the epic raid is not only a difficulty change, it is an extension of the story of the raid, a continuation of the story. So, I mean, that's a lot deeper than a master raid, which is all you got with Witch Queen. Witch Queen didn't come with any extra abilities. People are going to say the 3.0 subclasses, but the 3.0 subclasses were free. People are going to say crafting was free. If you look at the size of the DLCs in terms of what actually comes with that price tag, it's not that much different. Jack Flather says, Witch Queen came with a good story, strikes, a clear sense of direction. Instead, we're getting this because Portal has rehashed content with mods. Useless dev time, to be honest. So, in Witch Queen, how did we grind our light in Witch Queen? You did the legendary campaign. That brought you up to the soft floor. And then you had to play new content. Psych, you played old content. I grinded for Witch Queen. On the launch of Witch Queen, spent many hours on the moon flattening my light level during Witch Queen. You had to do Nightfalls. What are Nightfalls? Oh, Nightfalls are old content. That's crazy. You had to do your Pinnacles in Gambit. Oh my god. Gambit's old content. It's no different. What they have done with the Portal is instead of bucketing you into grinding light on the moon, or in Old Strikes, or in Gambit, they now open it up. You can grind all of this content. Some of it old, some of it new. We haven't even seen the seasonal stuff. There's almost certainly going to be seasonal activities in there. You can spend your time on Kepler grinding light, all the way up to the cap if you want to. That's something that did not exist during Witch Queen. So this Portal, this wasted dev time, has actually completely expanded what it means to grind light efficiently and how you go about doing that. Because now you can do it doing some of your favorite previous activities, Savathun Spire, the Coil, doing maybe the classic way that you would during Witch Queen, Strikes, probably not Gambit, unfortunately. Sorry for the 3 people that like Gambit. Or you can play the new content much more than you could during Witch Queen. And then a clear sense of direction. People have been saying for years that Destiny needs to go back to Destiny 1 mystery. Ever since Shadowkeep and really Beyond Light, it was very clear exactly what was going to happen in Destiny. There's almost no surprise. It was like very obvious what was going to happen and when it was going to happen. We're finally getting some mystery back into the game. I would consider that a bonus for Edge of Fate. I would not consider that a hit on the expansion. But that's going to be personal preference for sure. The price tag for the year of content is well over $100. That doesn't sit right with many people. That's false. The price tag for the year of content is $80. $40 for this DLC, $40 for Renegade. You do not have to buy any of the season passes. All this seasonal content is free, and there's no more dungeon pass because the dungeon comes with the expansion. All the events are free. This is by far the most amount of content you have ever gotten in Destiny for free, period. Bar none. You are missing out on the campaign, the raids, the destinations. You get everything else, all of the seasonal stuff for free. Uber says we got 1 raid, 1 good faith reprise raid, and 2 dungeons. I'm asking specifically for things that come with the price tag of Witch Queen. The Dungeon Pass was a separate charge, so that does not include it in the $40 of Witch Queen, and the reprise raid was free. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's good that we're getting less endgame content, because I don't believe that. That'd be a stupid thing for me to say. But trying to include that stuff in the justification for spending $40 on Witch Queen is very silly, since those either were free or had a separate price tag. Yes, I still wish we got a reprise raid. That has nothing to do with how much Edge of Fate costs. Yes, I wish we still got 2 dungeons, and I would personally pay a separate fee for that. They are actually getting rid of the cost of the dungeon pass, and we're getting less dungeons. But I would pay that if we got an extra dungeon. Can we all just agree that bringing back a reprised Wrath of the Machine would be an incredible addition to Ash and Iron? Yeah, it would. It 100% would. No one's arguing that. But that shit is probably not easy to do. You know what I mean? I don't think it's as easy as, hey, intern, go remake Wrath of the Machine. Does the endless grind not exhaust you of life? No. I just keep pushing, bruh. Oh, of Destiny. No. But if it does exhaust you, then just go play something else. There's nothing wrong with that. I think everyone wants me to, like, convince you to play Destiny or justify the time that I or you spend in Destiny. Guys, we're all just killing time until we die, okay? That's it. If you want to play the game, play the game. If you don't want to play the game, don't play the game. It's not that deep. That's it. That's it. If you don't think that if this doesn't entice you, well, I've got great news for you. There are 752 other amazing games that have come out this year. Go play them. And it doesn't even have to be this year. I guarantee you haven't played every video game that's ever existed. You know what I mean? Go play something else. It's fine. It is not my responsibility to convince you to play this, okay? But please don't make it my problem when you don't want to play this. And that's just it. You know what I mean? If I'm having a good time and you're not, why are you making me the bad guy? Why are you making me justify that? Just, like, you come into my house, you come into my stream, and you start, like, throwing all these accusations, you start throwing these requests or demands, or insults or whatever. And it's like, why you gotta make it our problem? If you don't enjoy this, go somewhere else. You know what I mean? It's fine. Sorry, this is not $100 content. Well, I've got great news for you, Francisco. 2 things, 2 great news. A, this expansion's only $40 US, $40, not 100. So that's great. I'm saving you over 50%. I might be about to save you 100%. You get most of this content for free. You don't, if you're not interested in Kepler, you're not interested in Edge of Fate campaign, you don't want to play the raid, don't. You can still play everything else they're talking about for free, my friend. Free! $0! That works in any conversion. $0 USD. I just learned this. I had to fact check it. Is £0? Is 0 yen? Is 0 Australian dollars? Is 0 Canadian dollars? It's free, no matter where in the world you live. We're not really getting that much less content. That's my entire point. It's like people have convinced themselves that Witch Queen came with infinitely more content than it did. But it's just not reality. It's not. The main difference between the content that we got in Witch Queen and the content that we're getting in Edge of Fate, the main difference is like maybe a couple extra exotics in Witch Queen and 2 strikes. But also, then you could say, well, Edge of Fate is coming with, Witch Queen only had Wellspring as an activity, destination activity. Well, we already know, because of today's stream, that Kepler has 2 destination activities. Okay. You might say, oh, Witch Queen had 3 lost sectors. That's totally valid. If that's the thing that sectors, or that separates it, we know that instead of lost sectors this time around, they put that work into free portal activities. You don't have to pay for that. But, that's like, okay, that is a great point. That is something that we got in Witch Queen when we paid for it, but we're no longer getting when we're paying for it now. We're also getting a lot more archetypes of weapons. Yes, thank you, Code Destroyer. We're getting 4 new archetypes in Edge of Fate. I'm not really sure what the balance there is of free guns to paid. In Witch Queen, I think we literally only got glaives. But, we're getting rocket pulse rifles, we're getting crossbows, we're getting shotgun hand cannon, and the longbow bow. And a rapid fire slug. That's right, we're actually getting more than that. But at the end of the day, I can't make the decision whether or not this DLC is going to be exciting or worth that money for you. I am just saying it is objectively not that much smaller than a lot of the previous DLCs of similar price points that we have gotten in the past, especially one like Witch Queen, which is held to such a high regard in the community. If it looks interesting, spend the money. If you're skeptical, wait and see. That's all we can do at the end of the day. Have a good one.